Snapshot weekly updates for week 5 of the USQ 2025-26 season. First things first, this video is coming out a little bit later this week. I've been dealing with some car troubles, and also the new Pokemon game came out this week, so I've been having a lot of fun with that. But we're here now to talk through all things quad ball in USQ. First things first, we went over All-Stars last week, how that is coming. Starting next year, I believe it's October the 9th will be the All-Star weekend. I wanted to just show, I gave out the first and second team all MLQ teams, functionally the same thing for MLQ as All-Stars. But just some of the names here on our first team, this was voted on by me and the guys over at 3BI, Leo Freed, Athena Mayer, Molly Potter, Nathan Digman, Matt Brown, Baldemar Nunez, and Mohagog. And then the second team, Ethan Dillon, Lauren Smith, Kennedy Murphy, David Avila, Ryan Shu, Lulu Shu, and Joe Goulet. If we saw this matchup on paper, it might be one of the greatest matches of a quad ball that's ever been played. But now, no longer with the hypotheticals, let's look into games that actually happened. Lone Star Cup, first action in the Southwest this season. 4 teams attended: UTSA, UT, Sam Houston, and Texas State. And we got a big upset in just the first or second time slot of the day. Sam Houston taking down Texas State. Texas State, my preseason national champion, and they suffered a loss in their very first game of the season. I have one name written in my notes for this game, and it was Andrew Acosta, number 1 here. I think the number 7 goals in this one game for Andrew. But Sam Houston simply just played a better game. I thought Texas State started out strong. They went back and forth with Sam Houston a lot. This is something that, because Texas State and UTSA both have a lot of the Soldados core, so this has a lot of championship pedigree, Texas State, their team. But I thought they started out first game of the day a little bit slow off the jump. They got it going, you'll see later, and they ended up winning the tournament, Texas State. But Sam Houston was able to take advantage of them early. Brandon Cabina doing very well coaching this Bearcats team. And so Sam Houston stole one away early. UT, unfortunately, 0-3 for them on the weekend. But a couple of good names for them. Peter Mosqueda had a good weekend. Grayson Floyd caught 2 flags on the weekend for UT. And UT overall played well, I think, by standards of Southwest affairs. You can see here, though, UTSA started the game on a 10-0 run. That's not going to cut it in most games. Of course, if you take off that 10-0 run, Texas still only wins by 15 points. I think UT has a ways to go to get to be where they're going to be in contention with some of these other teams. Super fun to watch this weekend. UTSA also, a lot of new players on their team this weekend. Javi Tiarina, Emi Gouveia, some of the only returners from that championship core a couple years ago. This game was actually very fun to watch. Sam Houston had him on the ropes here at the end. 115-80 that would have been, and then UTSA went on a 5-goal run. Number 14 here is Dylan Faro, or Faro. Played very well this weekend for the Roadrunners. Looked like they're 7 or 8 goals in this game for UTSA. So I thought they've played well. They've got a new core of players that looks like they're going to be playing well for the Roadrunners. And I think they can challenge in the Southwest a couple of these teams. You do see over here they did get blown out by Texas State in the final game of the day. So Texas State does end up winning Lone Star Cup. But I thought UTSA and Sam Houston played well. UT maybe a ways to go. However, you can see here that Texas State easily had the biggest roster there this past weekend. Sam Houston, Texas, and UTSA, I don't think any of them brought more than 14. And Sam Houston even beat Texas State. So I think that says a lot about this Bearcats squad and UTSA and Texas, that I think the games in the Southwest are certainly going to be competitive. That's for certain. Looking at the standings over here, this is definitely accurate over here. Just going to go ahead and fill this in. Baylor, going to be 30-0 undefeated champions this year, just so no one's confused about where Baylor's been. But 2-1 for all 3 teams here. 0-3 for Texas to start out the year. I expect there to be more upsets, as there often is in the Southwest. I do think Texas State will bounce back. Like I said, they do have a lot of championship pedigree, having just won MLQ with the Soldados. So I do expect this team to bounce back, but it is concerning early seeing Sam Houston take a win off of them if you're Bobcats. And if you're Sam Houston, you're feeling great, feeling like you can even contend in the Southwest. Moving on to what's coming up this weekend, Trick or Beat. Biggest tournament of the year so far. First time we'll see club teams in action as well. And I know this looks like a lot, so I'm going to break it down. But it's 7 college teams, technically 6, because 2 of them are combined into 1, and 5 club teams here. It was broken down nicely on the Instagram. Did get confirmation this is Blue Jays. It's not the main roster. This is the B team, but we will see Creighton there. Purdue, Missouri, Marquette is going to be there as well. This is Minnesota and Columbia will be combined this weekend. Columbia was combined with Ball State a couple weeks back. Now they're combining with Minnesota for this tournament. And then, of course, the Illini. And then on the club side, you'll have Chaos, Boom Train, Chicago United, Brew Cities, and Trainwreck, which is Boom Train's B team. I'll put the schedule here on the screen. I'll scroll through these just for the moment so we can see when all the game times are. Not everyone is playing every team in their division. All the college teams have, every team has 4 games. We'll start off with that, which means that automatically not every college team will be playing every college team. And not every club team is actually playing each club team, even though there's only 5 of them. The games are a little funky. But you can look here at all the games that all the teams are playing. My predictions for this weekend in the club division, I've got Illinois going 4-0. I've got Missouri 3-1, Blue Jay, and this combined Minnesota-Columbia team. I think they're both going to go 2-2. Purdue at 1-3, and then I'm going to have Marquette going 0-4, just because it's an unknown right now. This would be the game to watch for them against Purdue to see if they can sneak a win. And then in the club division, this is going to be the game to watch out for, Chaos and Boom Train. I'm hoping Chaos can pull out the win. I've got some friends on that team. But this should be the game to watch. I do have Boom Train win this game. Sorry, Caleb. We'll see how it goes. Boom Train 4-0, Chaos 3-1, Trainwreck, their B team. I'm going to trust that Boom Train knows what they're doing with their B team. And I'm going to say Trainwreck goes 2-2. You can see they play Chicago United twice. I think they split those games. I think they lose to Chaos and beat Brew Cities over here. And so because of that, because they're playing Chicago United twice, I have them splitting. Chicago United I have going 1-3. I'm going to have Brew Cities going 0-4. I think the schedule just doesn't favor them. They play Trainwreck, they play Boom Train, Chaos, and Boom Train again. So I'm not sure that Brew Cities is going to be able to get a win. Quad Ball 1 just reloaded on me. That was weird. But we'll see. That being said, there was a note on here that the only official game out of all of these is Illini versus Blue Jays. Every single other match, to our knowledge, is unofficial, as put out here on the Instagram. So this Illini Blue Jays is going to be probably the game to watch this weekend, along with that Chaos Boom Train game, I think, is going to be very fun to watch. Another event happening this weekend up in the Rust Belt. 3 teams. You've got QC Pittsburgh, you've got Crucio, and you have Bowling Green. Only these 2 games are official, Case Western versus Bowling Green and Case Western versus Pittsburgh. First time we're seeing Pitt this year, so that will be fun to watch another team in action. Bowling Green, we've seen them a couple of times. This match will be fun to see if Bowling Green can get a win on the board against Pittsburgh, or if Pitt's going to start out their first tournament with a win. There's another reload from Quad Ball 1. I expect Crucio to be the best team there, although their rookie from a couple weeks ago, Zachary Blue, not on the roster yet. Doesn't mean that Blue's not going to be there, but at the present time, it doesn't look like Blue's going to be making an appearance this weekend. Things can change, of course, so we'll see. The final tournament of the weekend is going to be right here in the MQC. 7 teams in attendance up in Massachusetts. Brandeis, Brown, Rutgers, and Emerson are all going to be in one group, and then Boston, Middlebury, and Vermont in the other. Rutgers, I think, has proven that they are one of the best teams, if not the best team, in the Northeast. I'm going to say Rutgers goes 3-0. And then all 3 of these teams, Brown, Emerson, and Brandeis, you can see I've got their standings pulled up. None of them have an official win just yet on the season. And I think they're all actually pretty close in terms of power rankings. So I'm going to say all 3 of these teams go 1-2. They all get a win on each other and all lose to Rutgers. So I'm going to say 3-0 Rutgers, 1-2 for the rest. And then in this group, I'm going to say Boston goes 2-0, and I'll give Middlebury the win over Vermont. It remains to be seen if Middlebury is going to be combined with Vassar or another team this weekend. We will see. And then these were the standings for the Northeast. Let me know what you think about all of these upcoming games. Let me know who you've got winning. And let me know what you think of those Southwest games. Sam Houston might be a team to watch out for in the Southwest. That's all from me, Jackson Vaughn, signing off.